Hey, what is going on, guys? It is your guy Shogun Ash, and once again, I'm back with some Pokemon Unite, and I had an insane game today. So I'm gonna show you this as it happened, completely uncut, because if I dare say so myself, this was a very, very brilliant textbook performance as a Gengar. So I'm running the Shadow Ball Hex play as a combo. Easily my favorite way to play Gengar. The way to play Gengar, if you ask me. Obviously, there are other ways to do it, but this is my preferred one. And early game, I start playing jungle, and then I support my team wherever they're needed across the map. So I'm not going to talk all the way through this. I'm going to pop in at different points in the match. And explain why I'm doing certain things and the effect that that has. But yeah, I'm going to let you guys enjoy it as I take out this Charmander. And yeah, have fun. So, for those of you who have seen me play before, you'll notice that I've jumped out of the jungle a fair bit earlier than normal. Obviously, I was supporting my teammate with the Charmander earlier on, and then obviously got caught slipping by the Cramorant. But I was aware that I was pretty much one or two battles away from evolving into a Haunter anyway. So it was kind of worth it at that point, and I could always jump back in. So again, we're catching this Charmander slipping just a little bit there. So now what we're going to aim to do is try and dunk these points because I have the glasses on. So every time I score, no matter how much or little I score, I get a special attack boost, which is massive for Gengar. So I've just dunked there, right on that Pikachu's head. So we're starting to rack some points up here. Now, we've just destroyed their base as well, which means Pikachu has no passive healing in the area. And now four of us are storming this lane, which is pretty scary, especially the personnel that we have here. It's a very, very offensive team that we had anyway. And then Roy joins us as well. So it's all five of us there on this lane doing a madness. And the Cramorant comes back to back the beef. But we should be able to get rid of that there, and we do. And I can score more points again. And just these little small amounts of points here are getting me a massive attack boost. So now I'm at a point where even though I'm relatively low level and not fully evolved, I can outpower most opposition members 1v1 and sometimes even 2v1 if I can catch them with a Hex. Okay, so now you'll see I'm running up on this Squirtle player here, just because they were going to try and get Dreadnought, and letting them do that would have been a bit of a problem. Gives them a chance to turn the tide back in their favor. We managed to do that. We also managed to get the Gengar at this point as well, and because of the scoring shield, we can score uninterrupted there, and we can do a massive amount of damage to this Pikachu now because of all the points that we've scored and the Hex damage as well. And they're just about managing to get away from this here. So we try and get some points and they hit us with a massive damage on that quick attack there. But we managed to disturb them from getting that Dreadnought, which was the main thing there. And we evolved into Gengar. So now it is a madness. It's Gengar season. Okay, so this now is a very pivotal part of the game here. Massively. I'm carrying 13 points. I'm going to dunk those individually. Um, so I'm just going to dunk those immediately, should I say. So now that Charizard was going to let me go, and I thought, no, absolutely not. We can take that out. So I get those points there. And now I get to go and do my Unite move as well. Steal some extra points as well. They're completely unaware that I'm there. So now I can grab these points one by one. And each single one of these that I score is an extra bit of attack damage that I can do. So now there's the two of them there, and I can hit them both at the same time with the Hex, do massive damage to both of them, take them out and batter them in a 2v1 and score a massive amount of points in this goal and destroy it as well. And at this point now, I've got so much attack power, it is absolutely spooky for them. And there we go, this Blastoise is not getting away either, and this is going to start becoming unbearable for the opposition. So another pivotal part of play here, me scoring those points there, but we're about to get attacked by a Blastoise. Now, I've got a small amount of points, so I know I can dunk that uninterrupted. And at this point, I pop my Unite move, not to do the damage, but because I knew another player was going to be coming in, and with the Unite move still active, it would allow me, ideally, to do a lot of rapid fire hexes. Now, that didn't quite pop off the way I'd hoped, but we still managed to get rid of the Blastoise there. But that is something that a lot of people aren't aware of, is that when Gengar does dip into that, popping out straight away out of the Unite move means that not only do you have increased movement speed, but also attack cooldowns are massively shortened as well. And Gengar can start doing rapid fire DPS, and it is an absolute problem. So now at this point in the game, we are obviously into the last 2 minutes where all points are doubled. So what I'm doing here is I'm just stacking up in the safer area of play. We are in the lead, mostly because of the micro scoring I was doing and also disrupting them early on. But the lead isn't as big as I thought it was. But there we go. Our team managed to get the Zapdos. If I had known how close it was, I might have pushed the Zapdos anyway. But now I'm stacking up points here and I'm getting quite a lot. Ideally, I want to dunk a full 50, which would give us 100 points, obviously with the 2 times multiplier. So at this point now, we can see that I'm getting both of the Vespiquen hordes, because that's a very, very easy way to max up on points there. So I've got all 50 points that I can possibly carry, and now we're looking at getting disrupted here. So now I pop my Unite move, but I stay underground. Now they expected me to go for that base there, but I decided to go absolutely past that and go into their home base and dunk the 100. Had they interrupted me, I would have dropped 50, potentially 100 points there. Instead, I kept it patient, went behind, saw that their final base was exposed because the top lane had been cleared, and that allowed me to score. What we'll see in the end is an absolutely vital 100 points, because they start scoring, unbeknownst to us. And I was talking to Roy after this, because Roy's in this game with me. And our opponent, not our opponent, sorry, our teammates weren't that much on the ball. And you'll see in a bit how that comes into play. But this is the last 20 seconds here. There's nothing more I can do. I'm literally second for second on the end game timer there. So all I can do is just watch for some entertainment value as Azeraora beats them up. Did they manage to get the points off? I'm not quite sure. I think they managed to get 100 off right at the end, didn't they? Yes, they did. Literally last second there. And you're going to see just how important that was, because they were winning. Without that 100 points on that Zeraora, they would have won, which is crazy. Considering, obviously, when you play a game, you only see it from your viewpoint. So I was looking at that, looking like, hey, I'm doing bits here. I've got 100 kills, I've got 1 assist, and I've got, over. I knew I had over 200 points there. Obviously, didn't know the exact amount, but that could have been absolutely disastrous, putting in a performance like that and getting nothing to show for it. That Zeraora in the end saved us that result. But Jesus Christ, we had to work for it. And there you go. The game was never as clear as I thought it was. I thought we had massive leads over them at certain points, and we just simply didn't, because the other end of the field, it wasn't going as well as maybe we had thought. But there we go. That is, from my standpoint at least, a very good display as a Gengar player. Roy came through clutch, so did the Zeraora as well. And there we go. There's a win. If you enjoyed it, hit me with a like. I'll see you in a bit. Peace.